Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Dino Show. I am your host, Nick Beasley, also known as Dino, and we are going to talk about, guys, WrestleMania is over. WrestleMania 38 came, WrestleMania 38 went. We have new tag team champions in the women's division. We have a brand new unified champion, and his name is Roman Reigns. That's right, Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar clean in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3 to win last night. But guys, Triple H, he kicked off WrestleMania Sunday coming out to the ring with his boots, putting them in the ring, and retiring officially in front of the WWE Universe. He said a solemn thank you to them. He said the only way that he could in any way tell them thank you is the best way he knows how, which is to introduce us to WrestleMania Sunday. He kicked off the show. We then got the Raw Tag Team Championships between RK Bro, the Street Profits, and Alpha Academy. Now, if you listened to my podcast originally, I picked RK Bro to lose. I was dumb. I really thought they were going to lose the titles to the Profits. I really, really did. I thought they'd be a fun tag team to put them on for a little bit, especially with them turning heel now. But hey, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't time. RK Bro did retain, which means Randy and Riddle are still together in WWE, baby. Now, it was a quick-paced match, and it obviously finished with Orton getting the pinfall victory over, I believe it was Gable. Yeah, it was Gable. And guys, Riddle hit an RKO from the top rope. Oh my God, you want to talk about a great moment? A top rope RKO from Matt Riddle. Holy cow. Then guys, they had a little moment where Gable Stevenson got in the ring. Chad Gable knocked a drink out of Stevenson's mouth. That was not smart. Because Gable Stevenson absolutely plowed through Chad Gable. He did a front belly suplex and absolutely threw Gable across the ring. It was a beautiful thing to see. I don't really like Chad Gable, to be honest. So Gable Stevenson, thank you for that. Now, we had the big, bad Bobby Lashley and Omos. Now, Bobby Lashley, he was getting his butt kicked. Oh, he was getting ate. He was eating everything, man. I mean, he was absolutely getting demolished. But guys, for the first time in a year, for the first time since his debut at WrestleMania last year, Omos lost. They put Bobby over. I predicted they would, because you don't bring Bobby back for a fight like that unless you're going to put him over and put him back in some type of title picture. But no sign of MVP. Maybe they're getting rid of the Hurt Business. Maybe MVP and Bobby Lashley is going to be no more. We're going to find out tonight on Raw for sure. Now, Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville, anything goes. Listen, I saw something last night on Twitter. Mr. Dave Meltzer, listen, dude. You're stupid. You said it wasn't a good match. Johnny Knoxville did get the victory over Sami Zayn, but guys, it wasn't a match. It was never supposed to be a match. It was literally for Johnny Knoxville and the Jackass crew to get a little bit of clout going into their movie Jackass Forever. That's what it was for, and a fun way to get Sami on the card. It was an entertainment match. Hence, WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. That's what it was for, guys, okay? That's what it was for. World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. They did something fun to get Sami involved, have the Jackass crew there. It was a great thing to see. I enjoyed the crap out of that match. I thought it was one of the better matches of the night, and it wasn't even a match. I mean, the pin ended when the crew brought out a rat trap. A legit rat trap. I mean, how are you saying that that's not fun? How are we saying that's not a funny little situation there? I mean, I enjoyed every moment of it, so I don't understand really where you guys did it, y'all didn't. But hey, I enjoyed it. Now, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships. Carmella and Queen Zelena defending against Sasha Banks and Naomi. Liv for Brutality, which is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. And Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Guys, for the first time, your girl, Sasha Banks, has won at WrestleMania. That's right, WrestleMania. And it was awesome as Sasha and Naomi picked up the victory over those other teams. And guys, I truly thought, and I said this on the other podcast, guys, I really thought we were going to get an actual, a good segment there with, I apologize, a good segment, a good match. I thought Liv for Brutality was going to win. Yeah, they didn't win. It was Sasha and Naomi, and hey, I ain't complaining about it because, if y'all know on this podcast, I be sporting Sasha. Sasha's my girl. I mean, what a talented female wrestler she is. It's awesome to see her succeed at WrestleMania finally. Now, for what I believe is the worst match of the night. AJ Styles versus Edge. Two generational talents. Two of the biggest stars in wrestling today. In wrestling history. Was the slowest match I've ever seen in my life. And people are saying they're old, and I understand that. Edge is getting older. Edge is old. AJ is older. He's got a lot of years on his body, but guys, these two give us 5-star matches every year. These two give us 5-star matches week in and week out on Monday Night Raw. These two can go into the ring, put on a show, and end with a great match and have us saying, what did we just see? WWE, you botched this bad. I don't know if you planned for it to be this slow and this methodical and this lazy, but you botched it. The only good part about that match was the ending. Because it ended, and we now know that Edge and Damian Priest are kind of working together, so maybe we're getting a faction. But are you kidding me? I mean, really. That was the slowest match. Between two, you could have had a 5-star match at Mania between two of the best to ever do it, and you didn't. I mean, seriously, like, come on. The New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods. They were sporting New Day's Big E look. Guys, prayers to Big E, man. I hope you come back soon. I hope you come back strong, buddy. But, back to the match. It was a squash. I mean, Sheamus and Ridge Holland defeated the New Day. And by the way, what is wrong with Butch? Who, if you don't know Butch, his original name was Pete Dunne. They changed it to Butch when they brought him up for the new roster. And now all he wants to do is attack people instead of getting in the ring like a man and fighting. I don't understand that. But hey, it's all good. It's all good because you know what? When Big E comes back, the New Day are going to put the smack down on Ridge, Sheamus, and Butch. And Butch is going to pay for what he did last night at Mania, attacking Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston like he did. Now, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory was a great match. Great match. Pat won. It was a great match. Pat came out with the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, which was beautiful to see, by the way. Definitely something I need to watch. Go look up on YouTube. Pat McAfee entrance to WrestleMania 38. And you'll see the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I love them girls. It's fantastic. Listen. McAfee did a great job. Great job. Really. He truly did. He did a really good job in the match. He surprised me. He shocked me. I really did not think he was going to do as good as he did. But he absolutely stole the show. I mean, he did a swanton bomb. He did really good. He hit a superplex off the top rope with Theory. He did really good. That match was a top 10 match, no doubt about it. That match was a top 10 match, no doubt about it. Great match. But then after the match, hey man, Pat done beat your protege, Vince McMahon. The man is 76 years old, and he got in the ring at Mania, and he played Pat with Pat McAfee. I mean, come on, man. That was some bullcrap for sure. That match between Pat and Vince was pretty bad. I mean, you have Pat McAfee beat one of the biggest stars on Monday Night Raw just to have him get beat by Vince McMahon? Really? Seriously? But guess what? Vince got a stutter, kind of. I mean, the Stone Cold come out there. Okay, let me shorten this for you. Stone Cold came out there. He hit Austin Theory with a stunner. He hit Vince kind of with a stunner. I mean, he tried to stun Vince. It didn't really work. I don't really know what happened, but it's okay. We're all good. Everybody's happy. Listen. He barely took it. I mean, he really barely took a stunner. He did not sell it very well. Oh, and then to top it all off, Pat got a little drunk. Pat got in the ring, got a little party time with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Had a good showing, guys. At Mania, he had a good showing. He really did. He did very well in his match. Guys, Stone Cold stunned Pat. It was really cool. So, next we go to the main event. Winner take all championship unification match between the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Guys, it lasted literally 13 minutes. I watched it. But it was a good match, but kind of like their classic stuff. I mean, big punch after, Superman punch after Superman punch after Superman punch. Brock took Roman to Suplex City. Roman with a couple spears. Brock caught Roman in the Kimura lock after Roman attempted a spear. But guys, it really was. I mean, it was pretty much their basic stuff, guys. Like, it was pretty much their basic stuff. And Roman finally, though, beat Brock clean at WrestleMania. Props to the big dog. Props to the head of the table. Whatever you want to call him. Hey, he did it. But, guys, Roman could be injured for real. I mean, he had to pop his shoulder back into place, guys. That's how bad that Kimura lock was. But now that I've went through all the matches and you've heard me talk crazy, let's go back up to the top and I'm going to give you my grades for each match after talking about them. So, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Listen. I'm glad RK Bro won. Listen. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I love that RK Bro won. I'd give it a 9 out of 10, though, if they had put it on the Street Profits. I really would have. But, hey, 7 out of 10 is not bad for that match. Bobby versus Omos. Because Omos finally lost, and maybe we're going to get something with Bobby and Omos in the future. Fingers crossed. Guys, I'm going to give it I give it a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to give it No, I'm kidding. No, it was a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Wasn't perfect by any stretch, but 9 out of 10 for sure. Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville, which, by the way, was not a match, but because it was so freaking funny, and it was just a comedy bit, basically a mid-card comedy bit, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it had me laughing. I was laughing. I was hyped for it. I wanted Sami to win. I picked Sami to win, but hey, you can't. I mean, hey, man, maybe this is it for Sami and Johnny in WWE, but come on, man. I mean, you couldn't watch that segment without laughing. That was too funny. So, 10 out of 10, man. Now, the Women's Tag Team Championships, because my girl, Sasha Banks, won, and it really was a stellar match. Guys, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10, though. Because Live for Brutality has a real team name. They really could have been the champs. But it's okay. They'll get them one day. They'll get another shot one day. So we are going to allow that to end that. 9 out of 10. for the new Women's Tag Team Championships, Sasha Banks and Naomi. Now, AJ versus Edge, I've already said this, guys. It was a boring match. I literally almost fell asleep watching this match with how boring it was. Guys, I'm going to give it a 4. 4 out of 10. I can't go any higher. My heart and my gut tells me not to go any higher. 4 out of 10 is what you're going to get. I'm sorry. I really am. But, yeah, you're done. 4 out of 10, Edge and AJ. Y'all just didn't deliver. The New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Guys, I really want a New Day to win for Big E. And because it was the way it was scripted the way it was, guys, I got to give it a, I'm sorry. I love you, Sheamus. I love you, Big E. I love Sheamus, guys. I like Sheamus. I like the New Day. But I'm going to have to give it a 6. 6 out of 10, guys. 6 out of 10. Now, next up. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Because but I had never seen Pat wrestle. Obviously, he did in NXT a bit. I never watched it. I never watched Pat wrestle Adam Cole. But, after seeing last night, after seeing what Pat McAfee did to that scumbag Austin Theory, I gotta go 10 out of 10. Pat, you delivered, man. You absolutely delivered. So proud of you, Pat. You did it for the boys, man. You did it for the boys. Now, the Pat Vince match, guys, it's a 0 out of 10. I mean, that shouldn't have even happened. Wasn't even a sanctioned match. There's no way. And by the way, that should have been a DQ because Austin Theory did something. He basically crotch drove Pat McAfee into the post, but they didn't DQ Vince, obviously. You can get fired if you do that. Well, you got a 0 out of 10. That match sucked. That second match between Pat and Vince sucked. Now, winner-take-all championship unification match, Roman versus Brock. Because Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, they won the match. And I don't want to disrespect my tribal chief. And I wanted him to win. Even though it was fast-paced, even though it was basically the typical stuff that they always did in their matches before. Nothing really special about it. No special story told. And it was 13 minutes. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. I can't go any higher, but I can't go any lower either. 7 out of 10. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed your first 2 nights of WrestleMania. I will be watching Monday Night Raw tonight to find out what happened on the fallout from Mania. And be back tomorrow with a new podcast to tell you guys all about it. Thank you guys for listening, for subscribing, for whatever you guys do. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. This show is not possible. Me doing this is not possible without each and every one of you, and I love each and every one of you so much. So please know that everybody that listens to this show, I genuinely mean this. I'm thankful to every single one of you that listen to this show, every one of you that click on this and hear me talk about wrestling, because wrestling is something that I absolutely love. So thank you, and I'll be back tomorrow to discuss Monday Night Raw. Thank y'all. Bye.